Sister Jenna, your host for our new America Meditating segment called Wise-ish. It's your power boost for the morning. It's for you to take your dose for your inner cure. Join us every day, Monday through Friday, from 8:30 a.m. to 8:45 ET. Don't forget, take your dose. See you soon. Welcome to Wise-ish. I'm your host, Sister Jenna. Hope you've been enjoying our series so far on how I've been correlating the whole technology world to our inner world. And, I think it started off with, do you know your password, which means, how to access inside, how to be able to have the right kind of a language towards the self, because sometimes we just don't know how to get in, to get into that place that it's actually looking for an answer. So if you missed Mondays, go back to it. It's on do you know what your password is? The password for yourself. And then we went into upgrading, our system. We've looked into the antivirus of the system. We've looked into deleting files. And today we're looking at buffering. How to unbuffer one's life. Haven't you sat at a computer, especially sometimes when you need something really urgently, at least you think you need it urgently? That just tickled me right now. I remember the days when we used to mail letters and it took like 5 weeks. It took 5 weeks to get that letter. And here I'm complaining that it's taken me an extra few seconds to get the information. Anyway, that's another session. Think about this whole area of buffering, all right? You're going into the computer and you're opening up a file, or you are looking to get into a program or a website of some sort. And there's this little icon, this little circular icon. Remember, like you see it, and it just has like these little lines, that goes out like rays. And it just goes like it's, and you sit there and you look at that and it's just going, it's just waiting. I was somewhere yesterday and there wasn't proper Wi-Fi, and as I was trying to get into the system, it was going. There's nothing in the background, just this little logo, or this little emoji, or whatever you would call it, this little sign. It's just. Remember, I have not much knowledge about technology other than I'm intuitive with it. Santosh will always tell me, "Sister, you're so good at technology," and I go, "I don't know anything about it language-wise." But I do know that intuitively, these designers for these apps know that people like me don't know how to handle these things. So they make them in a way that we can figure it out easily, which is why when Santosh is bumping his head or banging his head against the wall to get something working, I look at it and I go, just press that button, Santosh. He's like, no, sister, you don't understand. And he's going behind the systems to like reprogram it because that's what his teaching is. He's in the depth of the computer. For people like me who's on the outside, we just go press the button, press the button. Everything is 1, 2, 3 steps. Remember that. Anyway, you are listening to Wise-ish, and we are looking at how we're going to unbuffer our lives. So as you're looking at it, you sit there and you're waiting. And what you realize is either there are too many systems that are opened, there are too many programs that are opened in your system. That's one. So your computer, your system will work slower. Secondly, it could be something wrong with that particular, I don't know the language, but it could be something wrong with that link, you know. The other thing, it could be that you've picked up a virus and it is also slowing down your system. But what do you usually do when your systems are buffering? Firstly, you wait. And what you generally do is that you wait for a little bit. And if nothing happens, you might go back to closing it and then opening it again. You've done that before? Yeah, so it's like, oh, it's buffering. So let me go up to the left part and close that tab and type it in again and start over. But then it comes back again, it's buffering. And you're going, might be my system? Or it could be their system. Maybe it's down, you know? And what do you do again? You wait. You wait. Don't you? And then, if it doesn't stop buffering, there's something that I've done on my Mac. Control Alt Delete. Have you done that? Like, and it just closes up the whole system. So then everything closes down, and then you reopen it again. All right. You open it back up, and guess what? No more buffering. That means something was overloaded. So here's the moral of the point today. We always need to take a pause, a break. We need to sometimes just shut down. Shut down the rampant, wild, open thoughts that are swimming in and out of our consciousness every day. We need to be a little bit more patient at times because we've been moving so fast. So buffering doesn't mean a waste of time. It means to breathe, to slow down, to pause, take a break. Maybe just to close everything down for a few minutes, just to reboot. It's also a really, really good sign that something crisp and something else is in the making, getting formed for you, getting formed for your life. So the best advice for unbuffering your life today is to restart, reboot your system, shut it down if you need to, take a breath, pause, and know that there's something getting upgraded, getting reloaded, moving a little bit differently in your system, so that when you reopen and you put in your password, I'm a number one soul, and you put in your password and it opens up again, it's fresh, it's crisp, it's working, and then you don't feel like you're wasting any of your time. So I hope that made some sense for you today. I know it did for me, especially since yesterday I was just sitting and it's just buffering and I'm like, gosh, just stop buffering, you know? And the moment I turned off the system and just took a few moments and turned it back on, everything worked well. So that's why every day you need to take moments to pause, not just your 20 minutes of meditation in the morning, but as you're walking and moving around in your meetings, just take a few moments just to pause and unbuffer. What did they say? Reboot, restart, Okay, here's your blessing and good wish for the morning. You are the one who is full and overflowing with limitless treasures. And as a result, you claim a number one position in life by experiencing unshakable happiness. Beautiful. You are the one who is overflowing with all the limitless treasures, and you claim a number one position by constantly experiencing unshakable happiness. Wow. Beautiful. So thank you so much for joining us on Wise-ish today as we unbuffer our lives a little bit more. The special series on looking at how technology is relating to our spiritual life or our inner life. I hope it's been helpful for you. I know it has for me. Last week we also covered the whole powerful theme of, we've been doing themes of like thoughts. We've been doing one on powers. Today we did it on technology. And so if you care about what you've heard today, do share it. I do like your likes too, but I love your shares. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you tomorrow.